Never mind, I found it.
Okay, because I didn't know if Lisa needed to do that as well.
I had set it up as a host for it to automatically do it, and I paused it when I got on.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I gave her controls, she should have the control to do that.
To start and stop it?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to talk about different scholarships that you can get through KDP and Purdue Fort Wayne. But before we do that, we are recording just so everyone knows. So if you don't want to be recorded, you can turn your camera off. And then we ask that you mute yourself, and you can always unmute if you have questions. So we're going to do some icebreakers. We're going to go over our calendar and our committees, and then we'll get to like scholarships a little bit later. So we're going to do leadership team introductions. So I'll start us off. So I'm Allie Turner, or Allison, whichever one you would prefer to call me. I am the president for the next year, which I'm very excited about. And I kind of joined KDP, or I got interested in it like my freshman, sophomore year, but never really joined it until like junior year. And I was like, oh, there's a lot of great connections and like networking. And so I was like, well, I guess we're going to dive in. We'll go for presidency and stuff. Thanks to Dr. Parnan for dragging that one out of me. But so it's been a lot of fun so far. Anyone else on leadership team? I have like a list, so I'll go down the list. But if you want to say why you're in KDP and stuff, that'd be great. So if Lisa, you want to go next, that works.
Okay. I just started a few months ago. I think I had kind of heard about it last year, and then when I got an invitation to join, I thought that was sounded really cool to do that and be involved. And so I'm just learning things, and I am the secretary, so I'm learning all about that, and I think it's going to be interesting. I kind of wish it was during a year that I would not have, that we could actually be meeting in person and actually be getting to do a lot of the activities in person, but it is what it is. So, and then I start in the fall with my student teaching. So.
Okay. I don't know if Renee's with us or not. I don't see her. So if, Brooke, if you want to introduce yourself, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm Brooke. I'm the fundraising chair for KDP. I've been a part of KDP for about a year now, and I joined because I like meeting new people, and I thought KDP would be a good way to get connected with people with the same major.
Okay. Thomas, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, but you can.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Thomas. I've been in for about a year, I think. I think it was about March when I started. I'm a senior. I'm getting ready to student teach next semester. I am the services chair, so it's my responsibility to do the service projects and service for the group. So if anybody has any questions or any ideas, feel free to contact me.
Okay, and then Theo.
Yes, hello. My name is Theo. I'm the advocacy chair for Kappa Delta Pi. I joined several years ago. Now, maybe 3 years now. Is that a lot of years? Maybe.
You joined during the polar vortex, Theo.
Yeah. And I got involved with KDP because I love to learn, and I really like John Dewey, and he is a founding person of KDP. We do a lot of things on John Dewey. I'm the advocacy chair because I like learning about different people and speaking up for different things, and I feel that it's very important for us to know as much as we can about all the students that we could have.
Okay. And then Lydia and McKenna also I don't think would be here, so I will go through them really fast. So we have Lydia Batter, she is in Block 2, and she's our historian. We have McKenna Porter, and she's our representative, or like our liaison through Student Life and us, our KDP. And then Renee is our treasurer as well.
And
We
then,
also
go ahead. did you see Crystal was here? She is our representative for Friends of KDP.
Okay, Crystal, if you want to introduce yourself. Sorry, I did not mean to skip over you.
Oh, no, it's fine. My name is Crystal Barnes-Bell. I am a junior here at Purdue, and I joined last year. I don't remember what month, but I joined because I just wanted to do something at the school, and I thought it would be so cool to join a sorority. So I was so excited. So I can't wait to learn more about you guys, in years to come.
So I think that's all we have for our leadership introductions. We do have a few openings for leadership if you are interested in being on the leadership team with us. We have vice president, and basically what you do for that is you and I would probably work really close together and just kind of like divvy out responsibilities that way. Like you are committed to this, but not like overly committed because we all are super busy. And the more people we have to help, the less we have to do and the more responsibility that we all can have. The events chair, you just be in charge of like helping create events and like running those meetings, and then like being the liaison between the leadership team and then your committee. And then for social media, I know Renee still wants to do it, but she possibly needs a co-chair because she is our historian as well. Or yeah, she's also our historian. So she's probably gonna need help running the social, or is she our treasurer?
She's the treasurer.
Treasurer, okay, so she's a treasurer.
Yeah, Renee's treasurer. That's okay, no problem.
Okay.
Lydia's the historian.
Yep. She's our treasurer, so she'll probably need help with that as well. So if you are interested, you could email Dr. Parnan, right? He can email you, or any of us, and we'll get that all situated and square to go. We're gonna do an icebreaker. And I think we're gonna break out into small rooms and then come back and talk about it. So our question is, what is one useless thing you own? And I have to escape this.
So do you know how to do this, Allie? If you click at the bottom where it says breakout rooms.
Yeah, and so I think I have to stop sharing before I can do that.
Yes. And then you click on breakout rooms, and then you put the number of breakout rooms you want, and then just have it do a random assign.
Okay, we'll do 4 breakout rooms. Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so we all should wait. Okay, here we go. Join.
Here we are. Okay. We're all here for this breakout room. So I don't know who wants to go.
I'm not stealing.
Let's go, Liz. Let's say I can go first really fast if you guys want. So one useless thing I own would probably be the amount of cups I have, just because I have so many that are sitting around. So like Starbucks cups, water bottles, Yetis. I know they have a purpose, but like I just have so many, an overabundance. So whoever wants to go next can. Can you guys hear me? Or not?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm leaving work, so it's a bit chaotic.
No, you're okay. And say, I'm not super tech savvy, so that's why I was worried. Yeah, why not?
Hello.
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 My breakout room got everyone left me, so I decided to join you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, no fun, but it's okay. They had stuff to do. Okay.
Well, I'd said that as far as useless, if it's useless, I give it away, donate it, throw it away. So I don't really can't think of much, but they had a few things.
Yeah, a few years ago or last year for Christmas, my grandma got me this salt rock that I never use. It plugs into the wall and it lights up. That's about it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I said earlier that mine was cups, and it's literally because I own like 20 different water bottles / cups or coffee mugs, because I get them when I go on vacation, or I get them for like a special occasion, and I never want to throw them away. I'm like, oh, there's so much sentiment though.
Yeah.
Someone got this for me. They want me to stay hydrated, and it's just like they accumulate. It's really bad.
I feel the same way about those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a ton of mugs because we didn't have, from when I was in college and stuff, it wasn't water bottles that everybody gave away, it was mugs. And I would say it was hard, like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, I finally was like, okay, I know these are sentimental and for, but I have to get rid of some.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen, but I've seen it like on Pinterest and Facebook where they build in like a wall for each mug to like display it in their kitchen. And I was like, I didn't know that was a dream goal in life, but now it is.
Right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I have probably 60 mugs sitting on my living room floor. But I made them all last semester, and I just haven't sold them or gave them away or.
Yeah. That's fun.
So you make them? Do you just put designs on them, or what do you do?
I have a wheel, so they're like I fully make them from clay and.
Wow,
that's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like opening an Etsy shop and selling them?
Yeah, it's just the time to sit down and photograph them and edit the pictures and like measure the heights and like how much fits in them. And I keep saying I'm going to do it. It's just penciling in the time.
Yeah.
It's a project in itself just to take pictures of them all, let alone one day.
Yeah. Whenever that day comes, send me the link. I will probably end up buying a lot.
And we sell them on campus sometimes. They'll do little pottery scales. So I'm like, if I just wait, then I don't have to measure them. I can just drag them all to campus and sell them there.
So were you on when I showed my mug? Here.
I love it. I think that's everyone's like slogan of the day. It's been a very long day. Okay. I'm pretty sure people are probably done talking now. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know when to close them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you're the boss, so whenever you say.
Yep. You're the boss.
So much pressure. Okay. Well, let's see.
Is the bread out? Okay. I'm still in the meeting.
Okay. Okay, so I think everyone's back out of breakout rooms. So we'll move on. We're going to go over the calendar now. We don't have a whole lot left in January, actually. So today's the 18th, and then following that, the first and third Tuesday of the month, every month, leadership meetings will take place. And then you guys, whoever wants to join can, you just have to ask for a link or we can start sending them out, whichever one's easier. And those are at 8. And then on January 20th, we have our virtual call out meeting for new members. I don't know if there's any special notes I'm supposed to say about that.
Oh, but I'll say something.
Okay.
So, anyone who's been in KDP for a while, Theo, do you want to talk about, because Theo's really going to be doing the call out meeting on Wednesday, which is coming fast, and hopefully the announcement will go out tomorrow from Jim Beard's office, but promote, and ask your friends to come and learn, and so they can be inducted in the following week. But Theo, I won't talk anymore. I'll mute. See.
You can talk anytime. The call out meeting on Wednesday, we're kind of going to be going over the formal and informal parts of KDP. Right? Okay, this is what KDP stands for as an organization and national level. These are how much you pay for membership, the requirements for membership, all the formal stuff. But then also like, hey, we also do this really fun stuff, and here's some more resources you can get into, and here's the benefits of being in KDP, and here's some leadership positions if you want to add that as something else you can do. How can this benefit you in your career as intrinsically as a person, but then also extrinsically as like you could put it on your resume and stuff like that. There's a lot of great things with KDP, as I'm sure we all know. We're already part of it, but convincing those other people to come join us and have fun so we can do more fun things as a larger group.
Okay, so that will be taking place this Wednesday. And then on the 28th of January, we have our induction. Not only can like new members who are being inducted come, but like classmates and anybody else just to see what we're kind of about and see our induction. So like if you want to tell your classmates, put it on your socials that when our induction night is, go right ahead and do that. Okay. And then in February, we start off with a leadership meeting. Then we go on to the 9th is our fundraising committee. And so, Dr. Pardon, do you want me to talk about the committees?
Sorry, this
you're
meeting
good.
thing, it's at the end of the day. Why don't you ask Brooke, who's the chair of that committee, if she wants to say a little bit about the fundraising committee?
Okay. You can go ahead, Brooke.
All right, so basically in the fundraising committee, we are working on creating fundraisers to save up funds for things we do, like the induction ceremonies. We're saving up to go to Convo. We're saving up for like presents for the graduation too, just like miscellaneous events that we have for KDP. And we are always looking for like interesting ideas to fundraise as well. So if you have any, just please come ask me for the link too.
Yeah, and anyone's welcome to join these committees. And clearly reach out to Brooke or myself for links, for Ali. We can get you connected up. So a few more folks for that committee I think would be appreciated.
Okay. And then next on our calendar is on February 10th, there'll be a service committee. And right now we have that penciled in as like being the second Wednesday of every month. So Thomas, if you want to talk about your committee a bit.
Yeah, the service committee we have not had before. So we are starting from the ground and working our way up. Really, this is an opportunity for all of us to write the book on this and set the pace for what's to come in the coming months and years. So I'm eager to get anybody's ideas and thoughts on the matter. We do have a few ideas that we talked about last semester before everything became more or less official. I will. One of those I actually did get an email from, and I'm drawing a blank on what her name was.
Was it Lydia?
Possibly.
About Aaron's house?
Yes. And she did say that they were willing to work with us. So I have her getting more details for me so we can get that one rolling as soon as possible.
Great.
But yeah, every what is it you said? Wednesday, second Wednesday of the month. That'll work. That'll work just fine.
Okay. And then after that, we have the membership and letter writing committee, and they meet the second Thursday of the month.
So I know that Haley, I see that you have joined us. I know you're part of the letter writing committee, but right now we don't have a chair for that committee, but I do know that we have one member here from the committee. So Haley, hopefully we will get everything going, and want to make, again, we really need members as part of this committee. So and then Haley, check with me if this time doesn't work in your schedule. We can, because you're kind of one of many members for the committee, so we can flex with your schedule as well. But love to see some people that can be part of that.
Okay,
Membership is, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, okay.
Okay, and membership, these are the people who plan the induction ceremony, and they also plan graduation celebration. And so we really need people to help celebrate our graduating seniors, and then as well as be a part of the induction ceremony and recruiting members and celebrating the induction and welcome of new members.
Okay. Next up on our calendar is February 16th. That's our next chapter meeting, and we'll be going over virtual teaching tips. And from what I know, I think we're going to get a couple different teachers to come and talk to us and just talk about their experience virtual teaching. And like, weren't they going to teach a lesson to us?
Kind of. Allie, this is Dr. O. McKenna was I don't think she's online. She and I met last week to work on that. We do have a panel of 3 teachers. So we have an elementary teacher, a middle school teacher, and a high school teacher. And it's kind of interesting because one of them has taught for 25 years. One of them is finishing their first year, and the other one is finishing up year 5. So we talked about it. We only have about an hour. We think what we'd like to do is more of a moderated panel with McKenna facilitating that and really trying to understand how the challenges of having to move from on-site or in-person to remote, and looking at some things such as what kind of teaching tips for keeping students engaged and what has that been like, and just kind of getting that perspective. But if others have ideas on that, we'd welcome it. But that program's coming together, and she's really leading on that. And then the only thing we had a question for leadership on was promoting it, the best way to promote it, and if maybe we can email with you on that. And I think McKenna was going to follow up to see if we needed to put the link out or how we coordinate on that. But otherwise, the program's coming together, and we're excited about it.
Okay. That sounds very exciting. Thank you. Then next on that same night, we'll have a leadership meeting after that meeting. So if you want to stay for that, that's more than welcome. And then on February 23rd, the events committee will be meeting, and we have it down as 4th Tuesday every month. Forget who the chair of that is.
We don't have a chair.
Yeah, oh, that's the one we don't have a chair for. Okay.
Anyone interested? We'd love to have someone on that. So
I don't know if we have anybody here from the events committee though.
I don't think so. Has anyone been a part of that? I don't. Brooke, maybe did you show up to the events committee a little bit last semester? I don't remember, but I think and Adriana, I think the 2 of you were at that a couple of times, but other than that, we don't have a strong committee. We don't have a lot in the committee or a chair. So definitely could use some help there.
So if you want a link, let us know and we'll gladly get it to you so we can get this committee off the ground running. Okay, and then we'll go into March. We have March 2nd, leadership meeting, and then we'll go into like the fundraising second Tuesday of the month, service committee on the 10th, membership and letter writings on the 11th of March, and then the third Tuesday on the 16th, we have a leadership meeting, and then 17, it will be the 17th is our meeting for the chapter. And I know Lydia started this, right, for grieving students in the classroom, and it's going to be presented by Aaron's House, possibly.
Still in the works, so this is a tentative topic.
Yeah, and so we haven't heard back yet. And then I know Lydia was in
and Thomas.
Yeah, they were talking about doing a book drive for Aaron's House, and that's still to be determined. I don't know if there's any updates on that or not.
I don't think not yet.
Not yet?
Nothing.
Okay. And then we are actually kind of looking at doing in March a workshop to get education students and then obviously like us trained on Google Classroom. It's still in the works. It's very exciting though.
And we do have some leads about possible funding for that, so that will get people more.
Okay. So it's looking like it's going to be more and more possible, yes, which is exciting. So I don't know what else to say. And then we'll go into April. We have our leadership meeting, and it just kind of goes down the line with membership, fundraising, service committee, and then on April 19th, from 4:30 to 5:30, we have a mock interview for elementary students, and then that's like set in stone. That's on a Monday. Do you want to talk more about that, Dr. Parham, possibly?
Sure. So this is, Kappa Delta Pi has done this every semester for several years for our student teachers. And so we invite a principal to interview one student while the rest of us watch. And then afterwards, that principal will sort of deconstruct the interview. And then it's opened up to anybody to ask questions. So if you're interested in learning and just watching interviews, how to prepare for yourself, prepare yourself as well as then have opportunity to talk to a principal, you are most welcome to attend that. That will count as an event for you to attend as well. To be an active member, you have to do at least one chapter meeting and one event. So elementaries are at 4:30 to 5:30, and if you will see on the next slide, the secondaries are from 6 to 7 that night. So mark your calendar. In the fall, it was really informative. So I would encourage everyone to put that on their calendar.
And I believe you only have to go to one Zoom interview for it to count towards your events. It was really, really like informational when I went, and this last semester was my first time getting to see it. So I highly recommend going. It's like really eye-opening. And then on April 20th, we have our leadership meeting. And on the 22nd, we have another chapter meeting. And we are looking at doing how to develop and maintain a classroom library. And we're still working on getting teachers to come and talk with us about that. And then to be determined in April, we have a call-out meeting for Convo. We don't know what that's going to look like yet just because of COVID. And I don't think we've heard anything on it. And then after that, we have our graduation celebration, and the membership committee will be in charge of that. Okay, that's all we have for the calendar. And now Dr. Parn is going to talk to us about scholarships.
Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about scholarships, and again, at any time if people have questions, I guess put it in the chat bar or just unmute yourself and talk or ask. So overall, and I'm just going to give some broad strokes about things. Tips and resources. I think these are just sort of piles of thoughts. If you receive, I'm going to make, so I feel like I want to make everybody, I want to see you, all of your videos, not really, but I want you to sort of like to raise your hand and say, I promise, Dr. Parnan, if I get an email from financial aid, PFW financial aid, and it starts out saying, you have pre-qualified for fill in the blank, please, 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 please complete the survey they're asking you to complete. Usually it takes less than 10 minutes. The only reason I know this is that because I sit on the scholarship committee for the School of Education. So I'm sort of the contact person between financial aid and the School of Ed for scholarships and things like that. And the person I work with says to me sometimes, she's like, I just sent out, and she's not really saying education students, but students at the university, I send them this email because their name has come up out of our database that they satisfy most of the criteria on the scholarship, and all they have to do is 1 or 2 more things, or we need 1 or 2 more pieces of information from them. And she said, and then they could get some money. And guess what? No one responds to her email. So, number 1, sorry, I'm being a little dramatic. But this is money that the university is trying to give you. So if you ever get an email from financial aid that says, you have pre-qualified for, please, 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 please put that on your hot to-do list ASAP and get back to and fill out that information. They want to connect you with potential funding sources. The second thing is, if you have to write an essay for a scholarship, writing those essays is not fun. We're just going to say what it is. It is not fun. It can take time. They're hard. So, but you have resources and you should use them. Use the PFW Writing Center. You can go in person on 2nd floor, or they have virtual appointments. And if you're having a hard time organizing your thoughts, or you're having a hard time just getting, or you have a draft down and you want them to give you some feedback on your thinking on that, that's a great resource, and use it. You're not cheating, because scholarship essays need to be clear and concise and convey who you are and your talking points. Or ask a professor, ask one of us. We're glad to chat with you about, maybe, you need a sounding board, or you need some information, or just some thoughts on it. So on your essay, again, not cheating, because we're not going to write it for you, but we'll give you some feedback, and give yourself time. At midnight, the day before it's due, is probably not the best choice of time to do that. So give yourself time. Okay, Allie, I think you need to turn to the next slide. Great. So here's some things. And the Withers Scholarship. The Withers Scholarship is a PFW, it's a PFW education scholarship, but the faculty in the School of Education do not make the awards on that, actually faculty in history, because if you look down on point number 2, you can be an academic people who are eligible for this scholarship can be in education history, it lists it there. But it's a good scholarship, typically $3,000 per year. And so I would encourage you to apply for the Withers Scholarship. It's not in the normal cycle of a lot of our scholarships at the university. So if you look down at the very bottom point, February 26th, make a big star on that. And it is worth your time to apply for that. I do not believe that there is an essay with it, but you do need to have 3 letters of reference. I've written lots of reference letters for students applying for this scholarship, and education frequently have been awarded this scholarship. So so anyway, the way I found the information on this scholarship was that I just Googled PFW Withers Scholarship, and it took me to that web page, and it has all the information on there, what you need to do. But you can see this other information: full-time student, your major, GPA, full-time status. But if you check the lists on those things, I would highly encourage you to do that. Okay, next slide. So here is one for early childhood and elementary majors. It's called the Tapestry Scholarship. This one's about $6,000 a year. Highly, 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 highly recommend you doing this. And let me see. Oh, I guess, Allie, here's your chance. Can you click on that and let's see if that happens? I'm going to see if that goes there. Well, technology. All right, it's two of it. If we have time, I'm looking at our time here. If we have time at the end, I'm going to show you this video. So Mario Williamson, which many of you know, is our past fundraising chair. She is student teaching this semester. She received that scholarship, and she was our first early childhood education major to receive it. And so the application for the 2021-20, so the application information is not out. I also serve on that committee. So, and I know that they're chattering right now about getting things together, deadlines and posting. I will make sure information is sent out. But if you're an early childhood student or an elementary major, particularly with an early child dual certification or concentration, apply, 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 talk to me. I'll tell you what I know and give you information. But they do award it, and they award about 13 students. It's not all education, but and if you want to find out more information, Google PFW Tapestry Scholarship. Go there, there's a video, and you'll see Mara talking about her award and things about herself. Next slide, please. Thank you. So School of Education, we have 9 scholarships that are available for the 2021-2022 academic year. All the scholarships for the School of Education require an essay. The essay is due March 19th by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of them will need a FAFSA, but not all. There are some that are merit-based only, which does not require a FAFSA. So you should have gotten an email from me just a bit before the meeting started with the with all of those 9 scholarships listed. So I wanted to make sure, I wasn't sure how to link that document to everybody, so I sent it to you in an email. So it's in there. Open it up. You will see different, so everybody in the School of Ed, really except for counseling students, have a possible at least one scholarship, if not multiple scholarships you can apply for. Again, give yourself time, write those essays, put thought into it, do thinking points, use the resources I talked about. Professors, the Writing Center, give yourself some time, tell your story. And it's a blind review process, so you'll submit to the email address that's on there. And then as professors, your essay is numbered. And so then we award the essay based on the talking points and the ability for you to communicate. So again, give yourself some time, but there is definitely money that is available to support you in that. Okay, next slide. So Kappa Delta Pi also does scholarships. And so again, to find it, I just went Kappa Delta Pi scholarships, and it takes you right to their webpage. They don't have their application open. You should be able, because you're Kappa Delta, if you are Kappa Delta Pi, I do need to say, you have to be a Kappa Delta Pi inducted member. If you are friends of Kappa Delta Pi, you will not be eligible for these, because these are national scholarships through the International Kappa Delta Pi Honor Society. But we will push out, so you should get an email with the link to do the application. That link usually comes out usually late March or early April, and the deadline to submit is always May 1st. Most do not need essays, but most do need reference letters. Well, I said in an essay. Some need essays. Reference letters. I have written reference letters for people from our chapter who were applying, and I am glad to do that this year for you as well. It does help if I have something to talk about in terms of your leadership, kinds of things that you're doing. So again, if you are involved either at the committee level or the chapter level, and there's things I can talk about, those do strengthen the reference letters that I can write. And I think that's the end of my scholarship slides. Oh, other scholarships. So there's other scholarships, like for example, the Elkhart there's an Elkhart Teachers Association, and they have a scholarship. So if you attended high school in Elkhart County, send me an email and I will send you that application. But watch, this is the season for scholarships and applications. So watch Jim Beard's emails that come out to you, because oftentimes we'll push things out that way. But I would highly encourage you to take advantage of some of these opportunities. I think that's it. Is that it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so now we're gonna like open it up to the chapter, to everybody. If you have any comments you'd like to add, like if you're on a committee and need to say something or have any like special announcements, or if you have any additional questions you'd like answered by any of us, you can go ahead and do that. You can put them in the chat bar, or you can just unmute yourself and ask.
Sounds like it's a late night for everybody.
Yeah, I think we're all struggling this week.
I know. And it's only Monday. I know. Any thoughts? Any questions about scholarships? Glad to chat. Anything about you want to see the chapter do that we didn't talk about, that Allie didn't talk about? Ideas?
This is Dr. O. Just a quick question. Are you going to talk about the Region 8 proposal tonight at all, or?
Now, we'll do that tomorrow at the leadership meeting. Yeah, I took a brief look at it, and we'll definitely have to do some chatting about the budget on that. I was a little surprised.
Okay, I won't be at the leadership meeting. I may follow up with you because there's a less costly alternative that I can pass off to you.
Okay, be interested in that. And then as well as Allie, I won't be there until 8:30 tomorrow night, because I have a class that meets from 7:30 to 8:30. So the leadership meeting will start at 8. And so you guys can start chatting, but I won't be there until 8:30.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, take a look at that proposal.
Yeah, I did a little bit today.
Yeah.
Glanced at it. Okay. So I have a question in the chat. It says, when applying for scholarships, are they for fall 2021?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Fall 2021, the academic year of 2021-2022. Yes. So yeah, you typically apply in the spring for that following academic year. Absolutely. And again, we're, at least the professors that are on the School of Ed Scholarship Committee, we're all committed to supporting students and in that scholarship process. And we'd really like to see you apply and get the money.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't think I have any comments. Does anyone else have any other questions?
Just want to share some good news. Like I said, we have 3. So we have Adriana and Natalie, and who else? Who else is student teaching? Well, I've already, that's Natalie and Adriana. There was a 3rd person, wasn't there? Or somebody else.
I think the 3rd was Alexis, but I don't see her on there anymore.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, oh, okay. Yeah, Alexis had to step out. But do you want to share anything about student teaching? Because I know lots of folks here will be student teaching, maybe even fall semester. Anything you want to say about it?
I can share.
Okay.
So
tell us where you're at.
My Wi-Fi's been kind of going in and out.
So where are you student
I'm at
teaching?
Riverdale Elementary.
Okay.
Riverdale Elementary. It's my old elementary school. And so I'm in 1st grade and absolutely love it. It's amazing. Both the 1st grade teachers are awesome. The one that I'm with, she's new. She wasn't there when I went when I went to Riverdale. But the other first grade teacher was my kindergarten teacher, so it's been really fun to catch up with her. And they both share resources. So like I'm at the school from like 7:30 in the morning till about like 5 p.m. just because like we're chatting after school, planning, and it's really fun. And like they already have like their curriculum set up, so like they're just like, well, add in like your little dash of teaching into it and just make it your own. And so I don't know, I really enjoy student teaching a lot. Favorite semester of school.
Good. And it's doable, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot of hard work, but
Yeah.
it's you're ready for it, right? I mean, I think sometimes not knowing about student teaching, can feel really overwhelming, but it is just, you know, that's great to hear. That's great.
Yeah, and our 101st day of school is on Wednesday, and so all the students are dressing up as Dalmatians, and the teachers get to dress up as Cruella de Vil. So I have a Cruella de Vil mask coming in the mail tomorrow. So that'll be fun.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Natalie, I know we chatted a little bit just before we started. Did you want to share anything else about your student teaching, or a good story, or encouraging words to people who haven't yet gotten there yet?
Yeah, I can share. So some people may have not heard, but I'm at Lafayette Meadows Elementary School in 5th grade. And it's been really, really good. It's been very busy. I've seen like a lot of growth in myself and in my students. It's really probably my favorite semester just because everything I've learned is what I'm doing right now. And I feel like even more ready every single day to become a full-time teacher. So as I go throughout my days, I feel like I'm getting stronger, and I feel like I'm able to understand and work really well with my teacher as well. Her and I are very, very similar in many ways, and so it's been awesome to get to know her and the team that we work with. Mine's kind of different than Adriana's. We create most of our curriculum, so they have like some set curriculum, but a lot of it is created. So I spend most of my time with my teacher and me and other teachers setting up the curriculum for the next weeks and the progression, how we're doing things. So it takes a lot of time. So I feel like maybe my experience is a little more time heavy than others, but it's been really cool to be able to create that in different aspects of it and choose what we want to do and what would help our students best instead of what they're just required to do for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Great. And it's great to hear Adriana and Natalie, both of you say this is your favorite semester. I mean, it's full of busyness and time commitment, but it's great to hear you really are in the right profession, in the right spot, and that your coursework has prepared you well to be successful in student teaching. And I think people need to hear that, so that as you are approaching student teaching, it's still nerve-wracking, but know that you are prepared to go out there and to be successful. So it's exciting. Anyway, other thoughts? And then we're at 7:50. I guess I'll ask you, it's your meeting. I need to mute myself. I got to remember.
You're okay. You're okay. I understand. So we're just going to thank you for coming. We have our QR codes for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then I forget what this second one is, to be exact. I'll have to figure that out, and at the next meeting I'll be more prepared with that name for that. But these are our social media accounts, and then you can always email us at kdp@pfw.edu if you have any questions or need links for anything. But yeah, we can stay and chat a little bit as well. If you want, I will stop recording and stop sharing